it's Yinka and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome, and for my existing subscribers, thank you so much for your support. I'm so excited because today we are talking all about New York Fashion Week. So, your girl will be attending this year, and this will be my second time attending, or I'd say second time and a half, because I attended last year for the full week, and you can check out the video. I'll link it right here. And then about 2 years before that, I did go, but for only like 3 days. So I don't really count that. So let's just say this time it's my second time attending. And from going my first time, I learned a lot of things. I made quite a few mistakes, lessons learned. So pretty much I want to share all that nitty-gritty detail in this video. So let's prep for Fashion Week. So pretty much this video, I'm gonna try to be as thorough as possible, sharing my experience and what I did to prepare last year and what I did differently and did this year to prepare. So pretty much to break down this video for you guys, I will be covering how to prepare your outfits, reaching out to brands, tips for contacting PR agencies, how to budget and plan your hotel and transportation while you're in New York, tips for creating your schedule during Fashion Week, essentials, and lastly, day of prep and just pretty much my routine during the week just to keep my energy levels going, keep me focused. So of course, if you're trying to go to Fashion Week, the first thing you want to do is know when the dates are. And in New York, Fashion Week is normally held in February and then also in September. Decide when you want to come to town and then confirm the dates on the actual official New York Fashion Week website, and let's get to planning. Planning outfits, the first thing I like to do is go into my closet and see which pieces I truly love and want to wear for Fashion Week. And typically those pieces, or even if it's just a piece, kind of sets the tone for the looks I want to go to. So most people think that everything you wear has to be brand new, but that's not the case. Definitely go into your closet, look at your favorite shoes, handbags, an outfit that maybe you've been saving for an event, or an outfit that you just really love and want to showcase to others. So after I go into my closet and decide what pieces that I want to wear for Fashion Week, I also pair that with shoes, handbags, and then any outfits that I feel like there's a gap, I'll start to plan, okay, what is my budget? What do I want to purchase? And as the months go by, I will plan my purchases and buy my purchases to complete my looks, which is why I recommend, if you want to go to Fashion Week, start early, just in case there are some pieces that you want to buy and add to your outfit. You don't want to run the risk of them being sold out or not available and having to change your whole look. So definitely planning is key. And then another thing I did, which I didn't do last year, but I did this year, especially splitting my time between LA and Connecticut for work, I used Canva. So I used to always think that the people that planned outfits and stuff on PowerPoint or Canva or Polyvore back in the day were just wasting their time. But now I get it. And I feel like all this really happened during my wedding last year. Y'all, when I say I became addicted to Canva and planning and screenshotting outfits, removing the background, playing around with things, and why it really helped me like have a sense of control of my wardrobe is because, you know, I have things in Texas. My husband's in Texas. I'm in LA for work. I still have things in Connecticut. So just being all over helped me literally stay organized. So when I say I literally have images of about 40 or 50% of my closet, which are the pieces that I really love, to help me stay organized, help me plan, all right, this is in Connecticut, this is in Dallas, this is in wherever. So definitely utilize Canva, and I'm going to show you guys what my Canva looks like. All right, so now that you have majority of your outfits, or you know the kind of look you want to go for, it is time to reach out to brands. So if you're an existing content creator, reach out via email and DM to brands that you already have existing relationships with, fashion brands, skincare, because when you're at your hotel, you can shoot content. Reach out to brands, write a pitch, letting them know that you're going to New York Fashion Week and you'd love to showcase their brand. Also reach out to clothing brands that you don't have a relationship with, include your media kit, your reason for reaching out, and then include some links and examples to work fashion content that you've created, just so they can know what to expect. And I also like to include deliverables of what I plan to offer if they're able to gift me items or allow me to use samples for New York Fashion Week. Now that you've reached out to brands that you've worked with, and I would also suggest keeping a tracker or a log just to keep you on track and keep everything organized. And so you'll remember when to follow up, brands that have declined, brands that you're waiting on things for. It just keeps everything together. Now that you've reached out to your brands of choice, fashion, clothing, lifestyle, it is time to reach out to PR agencies. PR agencies typically hold the keys to the invites. When it comes to after parties, the actual shows, activations, and different pop-ups, most brands hire PR agencies to execute. So you want to reach out to PR agencies so that you can build a relationship with, let them know that you're going to be in town, and you'd be more than happy to be invited to showcase whatever brand is on the PR agency's roster. Most agencies also have like a newsletter, and you should definitely sign up to be added to their roster. And when they do invite you to items that are non-Fashion Week related, try to attend, show up, tag the brands that they're showcasing, just to show them that if they invite you to Fashion Week and other events, you are more than willing to show up, deliver, execute, and go above and beyond. And that is a practice that I've carried along in my blogging journey and has helped me create so many opportunities for myself. So I definitely recommend reaching out to PR agencies way in advance so that you can get on their radar. All right, so let's talk about hotel and transportation. So of course, if you live in the tri-state area, driving to New York or a train will be easy. But if you're coming from another state, you definitely want to start early and book your flights to and from New York. If you fly into JFK, then you also have to consider your Uber from JFK, or you can take the train to your hotel. And then when it comes to hotels, you guys already know I'm a Marriott girly, so Marriott hotels will always be my first preference, just so that I can take advantage of points, amenities like late checkout, free breakfast, and just have great service. So definitely decide what your budget is for your hotel, how many days you want to stay. I'm suggesting book a hotel and get points so that it's a win-win situation. You're spending this money for accommodations and you're being rewarded. And if you happen to have free nights, this could be the time to use it. But definitely decide on the hotel and your flight or mode of transportation to New York. And then also during Fashion Week, I definitely suggest booking a hotel that's within the Soho area, at least walking distance, so that when it comes time to different shows and activities and activations that tend to happen, typically there are also fashion shows in different parts of New York as well, you have the option to walk, because Ubers can tend to be very expensive. And y'all know lately, these Uber prices are high. Like literally taking an Uber is a luxury, and it's crazy how much the price of Ubers have increased. But definitely put money aside for Uber or Lyft, whatever your preference is. And the reason why I like both is because, again, work the system, don't let the system work you. Uber is affiliated with Marriott. So if you have a Marriott account, link your Uber to your Marriott account so you will get those points. Y'all cannot let these points go. And then with Lyft is affiliated with Delta. Whether you decide to use Uber or Lyft, get your Delta points, get your Marriott points. Just get your points. If you're spending money, get your points, period. And then make sure to consider your mode of transportation during Fashion Week. Definitely, those are things to consider, whether you're booking an Airbnb, hotel, staying with a friend. Last year, when I attended New York Fashion Week, I stayed with my friend that lived in Long Island City, and I literally commuted every day. It was an experience. I only got 2 tickets, which is not bad, but it was worth it. I had a great time. On a tight budget last year, but we made it work. So hope you guys find these points useful, and let me know if you have any questions regarding hotel accommodation and movements during New York Fashion Week. Let's talk about creating a schedule. For me, this is so important. I did this last year and I doubled down on it this year. So As PR agencies and brands start to invite you to events, add them to your calendar. My rule of thumb is that I RSVP for events that I'm really interested in. And then as we get closer to New York Fashion Week, if things start to overlap and I'm more interested in one than the other, I decline the events that I'm not interested in, so it opens up room for others to attend. You can find New York Fashion Week events on Eventbrite. Find so many events, and I like to check Eventbrite, especially as we get closer to New York Fashion Week, maybe like every other day, because brands will put events up during different times. Some brands even put new events during Fashion Week. So definitely use Eventbrite, the official New York Fashion Week website, and different forums like College Fashionista, the Business of Fashion. I'll include the links to all the resources down below. I actually wrote a blog post all about this, so I'll include the link to my blog post that includes everything you need. But definitely, as you start to get invites, add it to your calendar. I use my Apple Calendar around this time very heavily so that I can see things in real time and adjust. I factor in breaks. I factor in if I have time to go back to my hotel to change. And then as you start to get events, that's when I take those events and I put them in Canva. So in my Canva, as you guys saw, I break it down by day, and I typically go daytime look and nighttime look. Every night I don't go out, but I like to have 2 looks just in case I have a big gap and I'm invited to an evening show. I can change. But of course, there are going to be some nights where I know I don't want to go out. I need to be inside editing or just catching up on rest. But that's how I start to divide my events. So Monday, daytime outfit, evening time outfit, and then I'll put whatever shows I have lined up. So I didn't get this in-depth last year. Last year was just having my outfits for the day, and then having my calendar and deciding what day I wanted to wear it. But this year, I wanted to be very intentional and just not overthink and not stress and plan as much as possible. So I definitely recommend planning on Canva, putting your outfits, and then with your outfits, based on what shows and what events, what activations, what pop-ups you're going to, it can kind of steer and guide what outfit you want to wear. Like, okay, this day is going to be a lot of walking. Maybe you want to wear your more comfortable heels, and vice versa. And then I also recommend packing a battery pack. Very important, because you'll be using your phone a lot, recording, looking at your calendar, your planner, and you're going to need to re-up on battery power if you're not able to go back to your hotel. So that is what I do for planning, which I find very, very helpful. Planning my schedule, using my phone, using Canva, and also using Google Sheets or Excel, whichever one you decide. Those are the resources I use for planning that keep me organized and keep me sane so that I can focus on creating amazing content and networking and meeting new people. Now for packing essentials. So when I went last year, like I told you guys, I was staying at my friend's house in Long Island City. I had my car, and it was nice having my car. One, to touch up my makeup, touch up my face, to change. So I didn't really have to worry too much, but I just had to know what I had to bring with me. So here are my packing essentials, regardless of whether you're staying with a friend, staying in an Airbnb, or if you're staying in the city, don't have a car, and you're Ubering around, walking around, right? So first thing, buy a case of bottled water. Once you check into your Airbnb, your hotel, or like when I was staying at my friend's house last year, I bought a case of bottled water and I kept it in my trunk. You need to stay hydrated. It's going to be so easy to forget to eat, to drink. Adrenaline is running. You're excited. You don't want to pass out. You don't want to be dehydrated. So buy a case of water once you're in New York. You don't want to spend all that money on the hotel bottled water. So just buy your case, bring it to your hotel room, keep your case in your car if you have your car, and stay hydrated. So that is the first thing. Stay hydrated. So a few other things I packed were a battery pack, again, just to re-up charge. And ideally, I would suggest a battery pack that you can charge wirelessly by just placing your phone on it and with a cord. I've been in scenarios where I forgot my cord or I let someone borrow it, they didn't give it back, and thank God my battery pack could charge wirelessly. Hand fan, that's mostly for after parties. It gets hot, you don't want your makeup runny, or while you're doing your makeup just to set it. Snacks. I definitely recommend bringing snacks because, again, there might be cases that you won't be able to eat until the end of the day. You go to activations, they serve you cocktails, little bites here and there, but for you to actually sit down at a restaurant or order food and eat, it might be impossible literally till the end of the day. So a few snacks I like to bring are trail mix, plantain chips from Trader Joe's, my favorite, and protein bars and energy bars. Those are pretty much the snacks that keep me energized, fueled, relatively healthy, and at least can hold me down until I'm able to like eat properly. Another thing that a lot of people actually don't think about is lidocaine, the numbing spray, especially if you're gonna be wearing shoes that aren't that comfortable, but you have to walk a lot. At least to walk into the show, get your photos, walk out, get your photos before you change into your sandals. Spray some of that on your feet and you'll be good. It's just like these little things that some people don't think about that is just really handy. That is just really handy to have. So definitely also want to bring a ring light to shoot content in your hotel room, tripod, and this can be the mini tripods or the tall ones. I like the mini ones because depending on the bag I'm carrying, I can carry it out. Definitely want to pack all your outfits and your shoes, bring backup shoes just in case. I'm actually packing now, and as you guys can see, I have my shoes lined up. I have my looks on my couch. Some of them are being delivered later in the week, but we're gonna get it all together. So definitely you don't want to forget your outfits and your clothes. I've included a full packing list in the blog post recapping this video, and I'll include the link to that down below so you guys can check it out. But definitely you want to stay ready so you don't have to get ready, and you want to be comfortable and you want to have a good time. So definitely remembering these little items will allow you to enjoy your trip and focus on the details and the ambiance of New York Fashion Week. All right, last but not least, day of prep. So here are a few tips that I use to keep me organized for the day of New York Fashion Week and throughout the week. First, get enough sleep. I try to go to bed as early as I can the night before Fashion Week. Pick out and confirm all the outfits I'm gonna wear that week, even though as we get through the week, shoes might change a color, bag might change a color, but at least the outfits are decided on. When it comes to my makeup, I always make sure I do my skincare first so my makeup can last throughout the day and not separate. And if anything, I don't mind looking dewy, but what we don't want is makeup separating. So skincare, very important. Also, an item that I'm bringing this year that I didn't bring last year is business cards. So I know it seems a bit old school, but what I realized that you can have like a quick interaction with someone. And if you have your business card, you don't have to worry about pulling out your phone, swiping through, just literally give them your card. This year, I got business cards, ordered them from Staples. So this is what my business card looks like this year. I just have my photo, my name, few of my titles: jewelry designer, supply chain management professional, and content creator, my website, and then on the back I have the links to my jewelry brands. I have a QR code that links to that like link in bio deal that's dynamic and I can edit. And then it says scan to stay connected with the latest on events, exclusive tips, news, Q&As, and meetups. And then my email address at the bottom. So very simple, straightforward. So definitely have that ready in the morning. And what I actually plan to do is put some business cards in every single bag. Definitely be sure to network. And the beauty of New York Fashion Week is that you can have plans, right? But literally from a great conversation, engaging with someone, they'll invite you as a +1 last minute to another event, or you end up being invited at the door to a show that you weren't planning to go to. So just make sure you network, be open, collaborate with other influencers or designers. Whatever your goal is, just network, meet people, and have a great time. I hope you guys found this video helpful, and let me know if you guys have any questions down below, and I'll definitely respond and get back to you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.